Like Skylar said, my name is Dr. Skip Campbell. You guys can call me Skip. My friends call me Skip. So if you're on here, you can call me Skip. And a little bit about myself. I spent 4 years in the United States military, and then I was a chiropractor. I was a chiropractor for 20 years. Practiced in Denver, Colorado, and I loved every minute of chiropractic. In fact, if you know a chiropractor, give them a hug because they get into it because they love people and they want to offer an alternative, and they love dealing with patients. They don't do it for the prestige or the money, and I loved every minute. I didn't get out of chiropractic because I didn't love chiropractic. I got out of chiropractic because I couldn't afford to stay in chiropractic anymore. My wife and I had a busy practice in Parkland, Colorado, and I thought I'd hung the moon. But one of the things we soon discovered, and I got into chiropractic because I wanted to be a chiropractor, but I also wanted to own my own business. I wanted to have my own practice. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to take control. Oddly enough, they named this series this. I wanted to take control of my life. And I soon found out that all I really did was own my job. And if I wasn't working, I wasn't making any money. I was the main asset of that practice. I couldn't, like Robert Kiyosaki said, leave the practice, come back, and it's still running and still making money. If I wasn't in there adjusting patients and being with patients, I was making no money. And so what I really lacked that I was looking for, I just didn't know, was leverage. I didn't have any leverage in my life. And luckily, this great company came along at just the right time for me. And honestly, I'll tell you, I got into it because of the product. I'm not going to be one of those that lies to you. I looked at this as a chiropractor. We saw a lot of network marketing companies. I didn't know anything about them. I'd never done one. My wife used to say, "Oh, my husband's got initials after his name. He's not going to be a network marketer." And she would really round file a lot of that stuff. But we got invited to see a video that I hope all of you guys have had a chance to see. And we'll talk about that in a second. But to kind of go back to the beginning here, this great company is called LifeVantage. I'm going to sit in front of you today, and I'm going to tell you some facts. And I want to kind of manage expectations. My job here today is not to sell you. This is not a sales job. My job really is to just get you the information the way I was given the information, so you can make a decision for your life and for your family about whether you want to play with us here at LifeVantage. That's what happened to me in the very beginning. I'm going to do my best to give you all the information you need so that you can make a smart decision. But one of the things I want you to know about the information I'm going to give you is that in the age of the internet, in the age of the right now, it makes no sense for me to lie to you. Everything I'm going to tell you, I can prove to you. I'm going to show you research. I'm going to show you stats. They're all real deal. There's no hype and hyperbole here. And so it's really important for you to know that going in so that you can, like I said, make a really good decision. And so let's get started. One of the things about LifeVantage that I really do like is that, and one of the reasons we were successful in chiropractic was we asked ourselves some really good, really important, tough questions before we didn't just grab a card and open a practice. We went and we did demographics. We researched the population centers. We figured out what the age was, what the median income was, whether these guys were commuters or whether they were here. We did a bunch of due diligence prior to opening a chiropractic practice. And then we opened a chiropractic practice at the time in the busiest growing county and the busiest growing city and the busiest growing county in the entire country. And we opened up our practice on the corner of the busiest intersection in that town. None of that was an accident. We did all that on purpose. And we greatly reduced our chances of failure. And like any business, network marketing is exactly the same. I think you have to do due diligence. I think you have to ask yourself good, solid questions and get good answers, sometimes tough questions, before you go jump into a network marketing company. And if you find a good company because you've asked tough questions, you greatly increase your chances of being successful. And so, yeah, I don't have to record, Skylar's recording. So you greatly increase your chances of being successful. And so what I want to go over to you is 4 or 5 of those really important questions, those pillars, if you will, of building a strong network marketing business so that you can create the kind of leverage you want in your life, no matter what it is, no matter what range to what range, whatever it is you desire. If you get these good answers, then you can go about the business of building a network marketing business. So let's get onto it. There's 4 components. I think maybe 4.5 or probably 5 components. And we're going to talk about these at length. The first is the products and the science. And inside of the product and science component, I think if you're talking about a product, there's about 4 pieces that you need to answer about the product. I think one of them is there a need? Is there a need out there? Are there people out there that need or really, really want that product. Second question is, does your product fill that need? So is there a need, and can your product fill the need? The third question is your product affordable? And then in network marketing, the fourth question has got to be, is there enough money built into it that you can sustain a business? LifeVantage can keep its doors open. You can keep your doors open. I think we answer all those questions. I'll show you in a minute. The second thing is compensation plan. I personally believe this is the best compensation plan in the entire industry. And we'll talk about why that is in a minute. But you've got to be able to go in there and you've got to be able to create some income for yourself. Otherwise, there's no financial benefit for you talking to people about Nerf 2 and the great benefits of our other products. The third thing is timing. Man, I was the fourth chiropractor in Parker. Timing matters. It does, not just in network marketing. It matters in everything. In fact, I used to hear people say in chiropractic that the three most important things were location, location, location. And while that might be somewhat true in chiropractic, one of the most important things is timing, timing, timing when it comes to business, period, network marketing for sure, but business, period. Timing is a principle that you would have to adhere to if you want to be successful. And the fourth is a system. A system is, can I do this? Is there something that's going to teach me how to do this? We're going to talk a little bit about the system at the end, but I'm going to just preempt that by saying this. Like Skylar had mentioned earlier, my wife and I had never done this before. This was our first time ever. We were not seasoned network marketers. We did not bring a team over from another network marketing company. What we did was we found somebody who had something we wanted, which was leverage, and we copied what they did. It's a universal principle. Tony Robbins, all of them talk about this. If somebody has what you want, you do what they do, and you can get it. We're going to show you for free how to get it if you want. We have a system, and the system works. And I want to give a shout out really quickly to our system or tools FAB subcommittee, because they're the ones that put this PowerPoint together. And if you're a distributor and you love this PowerPoint, please make sure to let the company know that you love this PowerPoint. Some of you are seeing this for the very first time. I really like the PowerPoint. So let's get into it. First component, products and science. Where we started, I remember, man, listen, the LifeVantage sat on the shelves. It sat on the shelves because nobody knew what it was. Since 2003, Nerf 2 Synergizer was developed by a guy who named Joe McCord, who won was nominated for the Nobel Prize for discovering a little enzyme in our body called superoxide dismutase that they named after him. He said, we've got now a solution in search of a problem. Didn't exactly know what SOD did, came up with LifeVantage Protandim Nerf 2 to combat the aging in the cells, to lower oxidative stress in human beings. I saw my first exposure to this great product was an ABC primetime video. I'm going to be honest. If somebody had walked in and handed me some research, I might not have watched it or read it unless they really did a good job of telling me what that research said. But ABC primetime in 2005 sent John Quinones to Denver because one company had one product that they said could lower oxidative stress in humans. And ABC said the same thing I said. If that's true, it's the most important product in the world, period. It's the reason we take vitamins and supplements now, period. The reason we do. And so I saw that ABC investigative report. And if you've never heard of oxidative stress, we'll talk about it a little bit. You need to know this. Oxidative stress is important enough that ABC sent John Quinones to Denver to find out if we were crazy or not when we said we could lower oxidative stress. That ABC primetime video literally led to researchers and universities and medical centers around the country doing self-funded research on Protandim. That's one of the things I really like about our product. I don't want to say anything bad about other companies, but so many, especially nutritional supplement companies, their science was done by their doctors in their building. Our science was done by other doctors and paid for by other doctors in their buildings. Doctors at Harvard and Colorado State and Louisiana State and Virginia Commonwealth, and it goes on and on and on and on. And so this is kind of a history of where we got started. We switched from retail to direct marketing in 2009. I was there for that, and I'm glad that I was. It changed my life forever. So we started with Protandim Nerf 2 Synergizer. I'm going to be honest with you, when we came out, we didn't even know it activated the Nerf 2 pathway. All we did is knew that it lowered oxidative stress 40% in just 30 days. That one claim, I looked at my wife and I said, wife, if that's true, this is the most important thing you can put in your mouth, period. It is I'll take it forever, but I'm going to go do my research. Nerf 2 Synergizer, what it does, we're going to talk about it in a second, but as a result, your body will increase its production, its own production of superoxide dismutase, or SOD, by over 30%. It increases catalase by 54. These are powerful antioxidant enzymes that your body produces a lot of when you're very young and not as much of when you get older, when you get to be my age. It increases glutathione, one of the master regulators of the immune system, by 300%. It supports the body's natural ability to repair and rejuvenate its own cells. So when you activate that NRF2 pathway, a lot of really, really awesome things happen. One of the things I want to get you to understand about this opportunity from both do I want to take this as a product and do I want to do this as a business, is the uniqueness of Protandim NRF2. You might hear me say supplement, and the supplement is, my diet kind of has no vitamin C, so I'm going to supplement with vitamin C. That's not what this is. Here are the of Protandim NRF2 Synergizer. It is a nutrigenomic. It is actually an activator. And so these 5 ingredients and this potency, purity, and combination, which were covered by patents, actually turns the cell on and makes the cell start doing stuff it used to do when you were a kid. Lower oxidative stress, better superoxide dismutase, increase in catalase, increase in glutathione, as a result of taking this one pill with these 5 ingredients that is covered by patents. NRF2 is such a big deal because it lowers oxidative stress, but let's talk about what that is real quick. Oxidative stress is the first biochemical effect of cellular aging. You might not have ever heard of it before somebody introduced you to Protandim. Maybe you have, but if you ever watch an apple turn brown, you know exactly what oxidative stress is. And it can affect everything. What causes it? Diet, smoking, medication, pollutants. Do we got any of those in our lives? Inactivity, alcohol, toxins, pesticides, rigorous exercise, wireless signals. I would say stress, not just oxidative stress, but stress causes oxidative stress. And here's the biggest one that's not even on here unless you count diet. Every single day, you guys are automobiles, man. You're putting carbon-based fuel in your mouth and burning that fuel for energy, just like you put gas in your car. And what comes out of your tailpipe are free radicals. And those free radicals build up and cause oxidative stress. In fact, on a daily basis, the average human has 300 sextillion free radicals a day. 3 with 23 zeros. That's how many free radicals you make every single day. And then you add smoking and add medication and add pollutants and add inactivity and alcohol and toxins and all these things. You throw that on top of the amount of free radicals you create by just simply burning food for energy. And the result is these little free radicals bounce around in your body and you can't do anything about it, and it's called the aging process. But the world has changed because it used to be that we would rely on supplements. Well, here's a cool slide that you guys don't need any explaining, except for, Scott, I don't know what this is, but those watermelons I've ever seen, I'm not sure. It looks like those watermelons, I don't know, they're odd shaped. Growing them like that now, it's probably not good. And we used to have supplements. We used to think, and I'm not, like, I think there's some good supplements out there, okay? But the supplement approach is a little different than the biohacker approach. And as an example, when you take a vitamin C supplement, or I don't know, have you guys ever heard of the word antioxidant? When you take an antioxidant, a direct antioxidant into your mouth, okay? When you take one into your mouth, one antioxidant molecule can only kill one free radical, and the 2 are gone, and now you need to do it again, okay? Like I said before, you have 3 with 23 zeros after it every day. You wake up tomorrow with that many more. You can't eat enough of these dudes. But one molecule of superoxide dismutase is an enzyme. It kills 1 million free radicals a second, and it's not thrown away. It can kill 1 million the next second, and 1 million the next second, and 1 million of every minute of every hour of every day of your life when you're producing the superoxide dismutase like you should. Okay? Dietary antioxidants do not, and listen, I told you before, this is not hyperbole. You can look this up on PubMed. Dietary antioxidants do not make a measurable impact on oxidative stress at all. And I want to exhort this to you. If you're taking a dietary antioxidant, it is most likely to lower oxidative, that's where the word oxidant comes from, oxidative stress. Now, I'm not saying don't eat vitamins. Don't take vitamins. I'm not saying don't eat grapes and all vitamin C and all these other things. But I'm saying Protandim NRF2 Synergizer reduces oxidative stress up to 40% in just 30 days. If you get a chance to see that ABC Primetime video, you will see what happens when John Quinones gives his blood and they measure how old he is. They put him on our supplement and then they measure it again. It's incredible. The body produces millions and millions of free radicals every day. I already told you 300 sextillion of them. And you'd have to eat 11 pounds of blueberries and 375 oranges and 120 vitamin C tablets and 87 glasses of red wine. And I know some of you might like to try the wine part, but you can't eat enough antioxidants. You could be the big fat blue chick on the Willy Wonka factory. You still didn't eat enough blueberries. You just can't eat enough to even dent the oxidative stress. But with Protandim, one little yellow pill every single day will lower your oxidative stress 40% after 30 days. It's literally the most important supplement a human can take. And I'll tell you this, I said supplement. I'll tell you this, I've been saying that now for 10 years. Nobody's been able to argue with me. The fact is, the research just shows it. We've got 25 peer-reviewed journal publications right now. Actually, over 25. We have 26 published in journals on PubMed.gov. Now, if you don't know what PubMed.gov is, it's the National Library of Medicine. It's where the U.S. government, the National Institute of Health, store its peer-reviewed journals. So you can go there and you can type in anything and find out what it does or what it doesn't do. And if you go to the PubMed.gov and type in the word Protandim, you're going to find those 26 peer reviews, and you can read them, and you can bet your bottom dollar I wouldn't be telling you about these if those studies weren't good. So I challenge you, go to PubMed.gov and take a look at some of these studies. They're published in over 20 different peer-reviewed journal publications, and some of those, by the way, really, really prestigious, like the Journal of the American Heart Association. For crying out loud, you guys. This one supplement, I got to stop saying this, one activator has more peer-reviewed research in the arena of oxidative stress than I think all the other supplements combined. One company's one product, that little yellow pill. It is literally incredible, and that's just one of our stable of products. We also have a NRF1 synergizer. So you've got more than one nerve pathway in your body. You've got NRF1, NRF2, and NRF3. NRF1 has to do with mitochondrial. NRF1, it has to do with cellular ATP, increases energy in the cells, and it can support cognitive brain health and support healthy circulatory and vascular system. Being able to produce better, stronger, more efficient mitochondria is so, so important. Here's the 5 ingredients of this. This is an activator. In this formulation, it turns the switch on in your cells. Now, our most recent product, and recent, I don't even think it's a year old yet, one of my very favorite products is our NAD Synergizer. Now, NAD is a big deal, and if you go online, you can find a lot of different NAD supplements out there, and that's exactly what they all are. They're NAD supplements. And so what that means is they are, the building blocks molecularly of NAD, because maybe you're not eating enough of them and it's trying to offset what you're not eating of them. But the problem is they get broke down in the gut and they don't do anything. This supplement actually just flips a switch and your NAD starts producing, your body starts producing more. And NAD is a huge deal. It supports mental focus, positive mood. I'm on it, by the way. It boosts mental and physical energy. I have a little bit of that. It helps support a healthy inflammatory response. And that is a great product. Here's the 4 ingredients. Your body's not lacking those. Here's a statement from the Washington State University. This is recent. It says NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting breakthrough in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of time. I'll tell you another one. Texas Health Science Center said NRF2 was the guardian of health span. If you've never heard of NRF2, that's okay, because it's pretty new, which if you're a business person should excite the crap out of you, because this is not supplements, it's nutrigenomics. We're not giving you stuff that your diet lacks. We're making your body work. Nutrigenomics is a pretty new field. And by the way, I believe right now we're the only company with peer-reviewed research in that field. I mean, you guys, this is a supplement that if anybody wants to get this, and we talked about this at the beginning, is there a need? Well, I don't know. Do you think people that you know might want to age better, have longer, healthier? Do you think there's people out there that might want that? Maybe it'd be easier to ask you a question. Do you know anybody who wants to age as poorly as possible and get there as fast as they can? Okay, most people you know, I think we could all agree there is definitely a need for a product like this. Do we fill that need? Not only do we fill the need, we lower oxidative stress 40% in just 30 days, but right now we're the only thing in the world that can fill that need. That leads me back to the business part of this. If you have a huge need and the only thing that can fill that need, I would think that would present itself a unique business opportunity. Is it cost affordable? I mean, I think it's what, $49 a month? I mean, I don't know what you guys spend on Starbucks, but $49 a month, that's it? To lower your oxidative stress 40%? That's $1 a percent? Come on, man. I'd pay $100 a month and lower my oxidative stress 100% if I could. It's no brainer. You know, our Tri-Synergizer, when you take all 3 of these, it's incredible. All by itself, Protandim NRF2 will lower oxidative stress by 40%. But when you take the 3 activators together, you get a massive boost in effectiveness, not just of NRF2, but of all 3. That's one of the things I really like about it, is that in this formulation, when you take these together, we can achieve something that nobody else can dream about achieving right now. And is it affordable? It's unbelievably affordable. So the product pillars for life, we've got healthy aging, even for your furry friends, not your cats. Cats have 9 lives already. They don't need 14. But for your dogs, absolutely. I know Dr. Mark Gordon actually ate one once because he wanted to taste it. I think. Daily lifestyle formulas like omegas. I love our omegas. I love our ProBio. People are taking them anyway. We have smart weight management. I like it. Science-based weight management with our whey protein. We have a prebiotic, you guys, that I live on. I love this. I take this thing every single morning, and it has drastically changed my digestion and my health, and then fat burn. You guys, nootropics. I used to be a Red Bull Monster guy, and while I still like the occasional Monster because of the way they taste, they don't even come close to touching the effect that healthy energy can have in our Axio line. And then the non-toxic beauty line, they're one of the cleanest beauty lines that are in America today. I use the shampoo every single day. I use the products every single day. The facial cleanser is unbelievable, but the science skincare line that we're looking at here, we have the ability to activate the nerve 2 pathway in your skin. And that facial cream is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And so, I think this is one of the best one of the best beauty lines there is. How to get started, if you want to know, we're going to talk more about the business in just a second, but while we got this slide right here, the silver pack, it comes in packages. The silver pack is $350. It's Canadian $375. You get those products right there. For a gold pack, it's $600 and you get those products. And by the way, I think if you add those up, it comes up to more than $600 wholesale, so retail. And then the platinum pack is $1,250. Just so you know, that's what I did. I think that's what a lot of the leaders did. We do have a website that you can go to and check this stuff out. And we have shopping carts, not only for you, but you might have somebody who's not real website savvy, and you can build a cart for them and ship it off, and all they got to do is take delivery. So we've got a really cool office system. Then the next component, by the way, let's sum up real quick. I think we all could agree that you and just about everybody we know wants to age and live a longer, healthier life. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I think that's why the nutritional supplement field is so big and growing so fast. And I think it's good that we all want to be healthier and take control of our own lives. And that's why I like what they call this Zooms. We fill a need, and we're the only product that can fill that need, and it is abundantly affordable. So as far as the product pillar goes, I don't know. Actually, I do. I'm just trying to be nice. There is no other product like this one. We are standalone. There is nothing that there are a lot of vitamin companies out there, a lot of supplements, a lot of weight loss, a lot of keto companies, a lot of all these other kinds of companies. We are by ourselves. We're all alone. There's not even been a good copy of us yet. So now we got to know compensation. Is there a way for you to make money? Why would you tell anybody about this? So we've got a couple of ways to make money. You're going to get paid weekly with smart bonuses and launch bonuses, and then there's a monthly with the unilevel commissions and that leverage we talked about. We're going to talk about all 3 of these, and I rearranged these slides just a little, Scott. So let's get into profit mode, okay? One of the things I really liked about the company was because in the beginning, the way we set this up is we wanted to make this just a little bit better in everything that we do. I don't know if you can tell, but we raised the bar, I believe, when it came to science and our product. I think we raised the bar when it comes to the company and the kind of people that we have running our company. We definitely raised the bar when it comes to our compensation plan. And I'm going to tell you, I sat in a room not knowing anything about network marketing and never having been in one, and listened to the people that formulated this company, the compensation plan. And what they expressed was a desire to reward the distributor, the average distributor, faster, and have the average distributor make more money than in any other network marketing companies. In fact, one of the sentences that was said was, we want to become one of the biggest employer of part-time middle-income Americans. And so we designed the comp plan to accomplish that, and I think we've done a great job. So one of the things that you're going to get if you're a distributor is that your personal volume. Everybody, all these companies have these personal volume requirements. And when you have less than $100 in personal volume, you just don't make a check. You're not really a distributor yet. When you have somewhere between $100 and $200, $199 in personal volume, you're going to get a 30% bonus or commission when you sell product to a new person. If you have over 200, you're going to get 40%. And so one of the things that you need to know, we're going to discuss here, is this. Well, first of all, this is going to be based on your 40% Smart Start bonus, okay? So if you go out and you sold, say, 3 of our silver packs, $250 each, you're going to earn $300 on 40% Smart Bar bonus. But really important to know is that you're going to earn that next week every single time. When you sell 500, three $500 kits, and it doesn't matter. If you sell one, you're going to make 200. When you sell three, you're going to make 600. But if you sell three of the platinum packs, you're going to make $1,200. And now, maybe not all of you are going to get in this for the leverage or for the big money, but for those of you who are, that's the one that makes the most sense to me. Is that you go out and you try to make as much money as you can, and that's how that works. Here's what you need to know. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on this, but I believe we're one of the only companies that allows you to count your volume, what you are personally putting in your mouth and putting on your skin every day, and the volume of all of your personally enrolled customers. And that means that if you go out and you sell this to Aunt Sue and Uncle Joe and your mom and your dad, and they all buy a bottle of Protandim, and there's 4 of them taking 1 bottle of Protandim, and you take 1 bottle of Protandim, that's $200. You're only required to have a $40 payment, Protandim that month, and you can get the big check, the 40% check. And so we don't want you storing Protandim. I don't want you buying $200 worth of product that you're just going to stick in your garage. I don't know why you would do that anyway. And so that's basically, again, this is the Smart Start bonus. This is my fingers. My fingers are fast. They're not as fast as my mouth, but they're fast. So here's an example of you when you're selling it to customers, okay? So you sell a bottle of Protandim, it has $40 of personal volume, and you're going to make $16. You're going to make it the next week. If you sold 2, you'd make 32. You guys can do the math on this, right? And so this is a way for you to bridge yourself with money that comes next week to the unit level. Now, I told you guys earlier that we wanted to have middle ranks that were really fair, that paid really well. One of the great things about our company that we'll talk about in a minute is that we're publicly traded, which means that we are scrutinized by the FTC and the SEC, and every 3 months we have to report what our sales are, what our volume is, how many distributors we have, what we're doing with our money. We have to report all of that stuff. One of the things that we have to report is what do our distributors actually make. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've only been in this one network marketing company, but I will never, ever, ever, ever be in a private network marketing company, ever. I would only ever choose a public one because I want to know. I don't want somebody telling me that could be lying about what their distributors are making just to trick me into doing it. I want to know, and one of the things I appreciate about this company is that we have to disclose what our distributors make. I want you to focus here on the middle column that says average monthly commissions as at paid rank. I want you to ask yourself, are you average? How many of you guys will raise your hand and say, I am below average? Raise your hand if you're below average. How many of you guys would just consider yourself to be average? Thinks that maybe if everything was fair and the playing field was even, you could give an average effort at this? Or how many of you are like me and are type A and we have to try not to be above average, right? We have to try as hard as we can to do it all. Well, if you take a look at what some of the average distributors make, again, not the top, but average. The average Pro 3 in our company, you have to do $5,000 a month in product volume moving through your network to qualify as a Pro 3, and the average Pro 3 makes $626 a month of mailbox money. Average, by the way, on $5,000. I know that the next one's going to jump to 5. I want you to look for a second at Pro 4. Pro 4, 5, and 6 are right in the middle of our comp plan. To be a Pro 4, you have to do $10,000 in volume in our company, and the average Pro 4 makes $1,496, $18,000 a year in a part-time network marketing gig. I'm not talking about the max Pro 4. I'm not talking about the 5 best Pro 4s. I'm talking about the average Pro 4 making $18,000 a year in a part-time network marketing job. I'm going to ask you a question. You know how many hours you have to work at Kohl's to make $18,000 a year part-time? The average Pro 5 does $20,000 in volume. That was a little bit of a joke. You can't laugh because I can't hear you, but I know some of you are laughing. Pro 5, $20,000 in volume, okay? And the average Pro 5 makes $3,107 a month in checks, $36,000 a year. The average Pro 6, I wanted to keep it here because I still consider this sort of the part-time. One of the things I don't want you to do is I don't want you to drop out of college. I don't want you to quit your day job. I want you to start to supplement your income. That's a better use of that word, supplement your income, and not risk all of those things. The Pro 6, $50,000 a month in volume and makes $6,927 a month in average monthly commission checks. What is that a year, by the way? More than the average American makes in their full-time gig, in their part-time network marketing gig. And then when you get to the elite ranks, when you get to be the leaders of this company. The average Pro 7 in this company does $100,000 in volume to be a Pro 7 and makes 13 grand a month in checks. You guys, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go back. That is incredible. That's just incredible. And it works like that because some decisions we made to honestly move percentage points away around so that we could enrich the middle part of that comp plan. This is literally the perfect business model, if you ask me. You can work from home or from anywhere. In fact, if you own one of these dudes right here, I did a 3-way phone call today on a hike. If you own one of these, you can work from anywhere. It's literally incredible. With social media and social sharing, the way it's going, listen, I'm gonna tell you, not my opinion, there's no money in hindsight, man. Nobody's gonna pay you to tell them what happened. There's real money in seeing where people are moving and getting in front of that. Let me ask you a question. Do you think social media and influencing is going to go away? You think it's just a fad? Especially with what's going on today? Do you think it's a fad? You guys, LifeVantage, when I started my chiropractic practice, I had to have my malpractice insurance. I had to have liability insurance. I had to have insurance on my business. I had to employ a front desk person. I had to buy all my paper, all my pencils, all my everything. I had to warehouse anything that I had in the product. I had to order. I had to everything. I had to do all of that stuff. I had to have an accountant to run through I had to cut the check. I had to do it all. You understand? In this, LifeVantage is going to take care of the most of that. They're going to give you a virtual office, an online office where you can do business. The barrier to entry is very low. There are minimal business assets and no inventory requirements. You don't have to store the product. You don't have to ship the product. You don't have to cut checks. You don't have to do any of that. All you got to do is go out and spread the word. And there's a personal online store. So if you go out and increase your online presence, you can draw people to your personal online store. You guys, to me, the business model is a no-brainer, especially going forward. So the next thing is timing. And is the timing right? Go have good timing. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. How many of you, if you're a guest, heard of LifeVantage before you got invited on this thing? I'll bet you none of you did. I'll bet you that no matter where you sit right now in this country, you could go out tomorrow and ask 100 people if they heard LifeVantage and you won't find one. You won't find one that have heard of it. Maybe in Sandy, Utah, because we sponsor the Major League Soccer team right there. Outside of that, I doubt it. Nobody knows about this company. Most of the US and Canada have yet to discover LifeVantage. Like I said, you probably haven't heard of it either. Where are we going? There's money in having foresight. There's been a 60% increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years. Where do you think that's headed? Do you think that's got any reason to turn around right now? Especially with the breakthroughs in technology like we have now, where we're not just supplementing you, but we're actually activating you. Yet, biohacking, is that now becoming a buzzword? Crap, my fingers did it again. I apologize. I want you to see this last one. Right now, as we sit here, there are well over 220,000 studies published on oxidative stress, and it grows every day. When we started, this was 111,000. Oxidative stress is the future, you guys. I'm just telling you, man. That's where the research is going. So flip the switch. We say flip the switch. In case you don't get it, what we're saying is flip the switch in your cells, feel better, and do more. LifeVantage is a great company. Like I told you, it is publicly traded. Our CEO is a guy named Darren Jensen, who is my CEO in all network marketing. And I think a lot of the network marketing companies agree because they named him to the board of directors for the direct selling agency. And so, that's pretty big. We've got a bunch of financial results that were record. We've launched and expanded in Europe and Spain. LifeVantage received one of the best places to work award 3 years in a row. That's why Skylar looks so stinking happy. We keep adding to our countries. We named Aaron Brockovich to our board. We won the Steve Award as one of the best new products, Protandim Nerve 2. All of these things, what they point to for you is that being added to the Russell 3000 is a great honor. You buy stock, by the way, own a part of this company, be a shareholder. Super, super exciting. But what this means is that pillar, that pillar of, is this company strong? Are they going to be here in 2, 5, 8, and 10 years? Are we going to be here in 30 and 40 years, like some of the great network marketing companies? I think you can already see this company is really strong. We're having back-to-back fiscally improvements in our bottom line. You guys, what else can I say about this? I can tell you that a couple of years ago, Forbes named us one of the top 5 companies in the country by tax return. Forbes knows a little bit about business. And recently we got to ring the closing bell. January 9th, 2020, LifeVantage Corporation got to ring the closing bell. That's awesome, you guys. I'm going to tell you, man, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really, really proud to be a network marketer, and I love to be a network marketer. My son, who's also a network marketer, a Pro 9 in this company, asked me one time, he said, if God pulled LifeVantage off the planet for some unknown reason, would you go back into chiropractic? And I said, nope. I just love network marketing. I am proud to be a network marketing professional. But more important than that, man, I'm proud to be a LifeVantage distributor. People ask me what I do. I tell them I'm a distributor for this LifeVantage, this greatest network marketing company in America, in the world, if you ask me. And like I said, I'm super, super proud to be here. All of this stuff, you guys, adds up to you being in the right place at the right time. All of these things, the writing, the writing is on the wall. So the final question really is, can you do it? This could be the most incredible thing you've ever heard. And if at the end of the day you think, yeah, but I can't do that, then there's no opportunity for you. But I'm here to tell you, you can do this. If you have one of these, you can do this business. If you have one of these and two of these and you can use them proportionally, you can do this business. This is the greatest business that I know of. And we will teach you how to do it. We have a system, and the system works. We've got 24-hour, 7-day-a-week support. We have an easy-to-follow launch, learn, and become a leader system that we are going to get together on a regular basis and teach you as you grow. A lot of this is on-the-job training. And that's one of the other great things about this is that, I went to school for 8 years before I got to make a buck. For 8 years, at $300,000, I had to get a degree in biology and then go get a degree in chiropractic. And then I had to open a practice before I could even make my first dollar. This is on-the-job training. And so what's going to happen is you're going to lock arms with the people who get you involved in here. You're going to find leaders, and you're going to grab them by the coattails, and you're going to do what they teach you to do. And you're going to make money along the way. You're not going to have to go 8 years and graduate before you start to make money. So you're going to get to make money along the way. You guys, our corporate events, I think, are the best in the industry. We have incentives that we're constantly running to sweeten the pot, man, to keep you excited and motivated. I have been on some of the most unbelievable trips, bucket list trips that I couldn't have imagined when I was 25 years old, being in Ireland or standing on a glacier, drinking water that hadn't seen the oxygen for 500 years. Been to Hawaii. The incentives in this company will keep you motivated. And then you're going to have a support group of people in your upline and downline. And our compensation plan encourages you to link arms and go. You guys, you can do this. That's what you need to know. You can do this. So now you sit in a position where, and I'm going to tell you, unfortunately, and if you think this is sales, I'm going to prove it isn't. Fortunately, you have to make a decision right now. And here's the part where I'm going to show you that this isn't sales. Honestly, man, I don't care what you do. This is your decision. This is your life. This is your future. I've already decided. My wife and my family, we've already decided. My wife has been the best business partner you could ask for in this, and this has been one of the best things we've ever done. But we made our decision 10 years ago. Now it's your turn. You have to decide. If you don't want to do this, man, you don't have to go to the internet and find a bunch of reasons not to do it. Man, just don't do it. You just don't. But before you make that decision, I want to tell you a couple of things because you have to decide. You can't avoid it. Even if you decide right now not to decide, you're still deciding. You need to decide, do you want to do this with us or do you want to miss it? That is one of those two things will happen. You'll either do this with us or you will miss it. That's it. But before you even make that decision, I want to tell you one other thing. You see, I heard about LifeVantage almost 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I started talking to people and our circle of influence grew. Those people started talking to people in our circle of influence. We now have, the circle of influence has grown so big, and we put you on this Zoom right now. What you need to know is that I'm going to find all your family and friends, man. I found you. I'm going to find them. I'm going to find all your friends, and I'm going to find all your family. The real question you have to ask yourself is, do I want to watch these people find my family and friends, or do I want to help them find my family and friends? Because one of those two things is going to happen. Period. So what I would tell you is this. If you look at this and you look at your life and you think, yeah, I don't want to do the business. I make plenty of money and I got too much money and I have too much free time and I don't want to do the business, but I want to take that product and get with the person who got you on the Zoom and get that product ordered. It'll come straight to your house. You can cancel it anytime. I know never get the product in your body. If you think you want to become a distributor, get with the person who got you on this Zoom. Let's get going. I'm going to tell you the one thing And I would bet you that every pro 10 in this company would agree. The one thing that is the best predictor of success, it's not background, it's not education, it's not any of these other things. It's urgency. I've seen it now too many times. If you're like I was in the beginning and you couldn't get enough and you couldn't get started fast enough, it's the best predictor of success. Get with the person who got you on this Zoom, become a distributor, get yourself a spot in a storefront, and let's lock arms and go work together. This is the greatest company in all of network marketing, and this is the best opportunity that I think the average person has to create leveraged income in the world today. And I want to just say this one last thing, because right now, you guys, we're living through history. And I don't want to even attempt to try to profit or be opportunistic on the things that are happening around the world right now. But I want to say this one thing. About a month ago, a lot of us were sitting around thinking, man, it's awesome. The economy is raging. My job is secure. It's awesome. And now all of a sudden, that fast, it all gets turned upside down. Now, we're all in the same, one of the things that's going on right now that I do appreciate is that there's no longer, in my opinion, Americans and Australians and Irishmen and Italians. Man, we're all humans. We're all being affected by this. My wife and I, we pray every day for this company, and we pray every day that this will pass. But we also don't want to get it. I'm not really afraid of getting it, but I really don't want to give it to somebody. But one of the things that we're not afraid of, one of the things that we don't struggle with is, where's the money going to come from? Where's it going to come from? We dug the well before we were thirsty. The reason I bring that up is only this. There are people out there who need this. There are people out there this is a lifeline for them. And if you can get excited about going out and helping people who need help right now, this is the opportunity for you guys. Don't even waste 1 minute. Get with the person who got you on here, and let's go super, super fast.